3, 2, 1. Yo, what's going on? Much love, Trav here, bringing you some dredge action from the airport here in Seattle. See if you get a little view. Tarmac, planes, pretty cool. Welcome to the wonders of the internet, although this is might be delayed by a day. Anyways, we're back here with the dredge deck. I'm not going to do a whole lot of explaining over what this is. This is like the 10 billionth video on this, but I'm having a lot of fun, and I know you are too. Welcome in noobs, by the way, welcome in pros and so on. I don't normally record in public places from the airport, but why the fuck not? Now's the time to step up our game together. So let's just go ahead and jump into a match and see where that takes us. Where are you? Constructed tournaments. Pick out dredge and try to get this up before Charlotte and LA, because I know some of y'all are playing it there. Okay. Hi. Good luck. And this is definitely a keep. It's not necessarily ideal because we do need a second land, but aside from that, it's quite a good draw. Opponent says, "What's up?" Arbor Elf is interesting. Ooh, Blood Crypt. So, not necessarily the best crab. I think the strength of crab here is going to be the ability to bring back Vengevines on the second turn more than anything else. So here I'm going to go ahead and discard a Grave Troll and an Amalgam. You can make an argument for discarding the other Grave Troll here. By the way, I know some of you, this is a question for some of the newcomers. What makes it more new friendly? Is it explaining all the little details, or is it just talking about non-magic related stuff? I don't know. As far as non-magic related stuff, I'm in the deep dark places of the internet YouTube, so you don't really want to know what I'm looking at. They say it's bad for your health. Speaking of bad for your health, if your Twitter is bad for your health and you haven't abandoned Twitter for Snapchat like me, come on over there. If you want to know the reason why, Twitter hate mobs are a real thing, and they either exist or there's censorship. It sucks either way. Whereas Snapchat, that just can't really happen. You can't really be mobbed. If you are, you can just disable it with one click. So that's one of the reasons why Snapchat is popping off, is because it has fundamentally an advantage. See if we hit any Vengevines. No Vengevines, which makes me not really want to play a whole lot of anything here. The opponent did basically nothing, but I don't know. I wouldn't believe we've got an infinite grace period. So what I'm going to do is play this land and probably get a breeding pool or a watery grave. End of turn, we're going to be able to untap, play crab, play a land, mill ourselves, and hopefully from there either get a Vengevine or get a Bloodghast, and I hope that's fast enough. We kind of have a slow draw over here, but slow draws can win very quickly. Kessig Wolf Run, very strange. We might be up against this Retreat to Coral Helm combo thing. It's been a while since I've seen that. Don't really know. Hopefully we don't get hit with Shadow of Doubt. Check out the planes. I'll try to get you a good view here. 1 second, opponent. Check it out. Stuff going on. We're back to business. Do we want a watery grave or do we want a breeding pool? I'm gonna get the breeding pool. We've got plenty of black mana. I can imagine a world where we want double green to cast a Vengevine. So the opponent, unless they're able to combo off very soon, they have no disruption. We're on pace for a very, very big turn here. Turning over Grave Troll, untapping, Any Vengevines we're going to be able to get, any Bloodghast we're going to be able to get, one Vengevine, and two prized amalgams coming back. So we're going to be able to do some pretty nasty stuff here. I definitely like using the crab, and the question is whether we want to play two Gravecrawlers or not, because I would like to leave this Gravecrawler in the graveyard, probably. So I think I'm going to play a tapped land, unless I'm going to run the quick math here. Vengevine to 14, and then we've got 4 plus 10, 11, 12. I guess we've got a 14-point attack with the Gravecrawlers, but the opponent's going to be able to block. I'm certain of that, and would really want to be able to. I'm going to pay the life, and then make a decision. I don't think our 2 life is going to be massively important. Okay. Then we're going to play the Gravecrawler here. Vengevine comes back. And we've got... Interesting. I think I'm not going to play that Gravecrawler and I'm just going to eat the 2 life. The reason is I want to get Vengevines back next turn. And we can go Stinkweed Imp into Gravecrawler pretty easily. So there's... I want to push the haste damage. What do y'all think about that? Let me know in the comments. Your turn. This is a fun place to record. People are like, what is this guy doing? What is this guy doing back here? Right? Who's he talking to? So we still don't know what the opponent's doing. My guess is Knight of Knight of the Reliquary stuff. I can't really get over the comedy of this situation, however. So, yeah, I mean this is the beauty of the internet is you can really do this type of thing from anywhere. By the way, I didn't do the math correctly. I thought that I didn't notice there was a third amalgam that got turned over. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 13, 15 on the board coming at the opponent's 14. We can dredge Stinkweed Imp, play Gravecrawler. If we hit any Vengevines in the next 5, it's coming back. They're coming back and can force some serious chump blockage. That's the game plan. What's the speed? I don't know how good the... I mean, it's also a testament to the free Wi-Fi at the airport. This is pretty good that we're able to do this. Unless the opponent is... Okay, the opponent's gonna not do anything. That's very interesting. Maybe attacks. Yep. Okay. And we did pay an extra 2 life. Cryptic Command, they would be able to cast. Okay, maybe we're gonna finally see like a Huntmaster or something. Really weird. Are we playing against combo or aggro? It's not a budget deck is the interesting thing because they're Snapcasters. Okay, let's do this thing where we dredge a Stinkweed Imp. Vengevine? No Vengevine. There is a Rotting Rats. I'm gonna take 2 life at the risk of death here. Because if we mill 3 and we hit a Vengevine, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, then the opponent is going to need even one more blocker. And I think we're still probably pretty safe to not die. If I accidentally get us killed, sorry. We have the Headrun Crab to chump block, so. So what it do? Here's another cool thing if you haven't been doing this yet. If you're on a computer, you can watch YouTube videos at 2x speed with closed captions on most videos. I recommend doing that for my videos and for all videos. I know some of y'all said, well, I actually cherish this, bro. Put out 5 hours of content. I'll actually watch in half speed. I don't know how real that is, but if you care about learning fast, it's a really cool tool that YouTube allows, and I do that for, and it makes me consume a lot more video content. I used to be all about all written content all the time, which I still am, but Videos are pretty cool. Alright, so the opponent is Vendilion clicking us, which is weird. Hmm. Do we really want to go to 9? Not that bad off of the Hedron crab. But I would really like to... Wow, the opponent got rid of our... Oh, that's really interesting. Hmm. Yeah, that's interesting, and it's probably smart because that was going to be our blocker in the air. And now we can't really do too much. What I am going to do is go with the Life from the Loam into a Rotting Rats. Swamp, Verdant, grab these, play the Swamp, we're going to get Bloodghast back, and mill ourselves. Oh, maybe we can hit a... Ooh, maybe I should have got the fetch land because I'm not playing this necessarily perfectly. Maybe we should get the fetch land because we can hit another Gravecrawler if we go 6 deeper. Didn't happen. Rotting Rats in play, pitch a Grave Troll. And hope to survive. We paid 2 extra life. If the opponent is able to kill us by Exacties, then that would suck. Simply too much stuff to have on turn 4. Got a slow draw. Winky face. Attack. The opponent discards a Chandra is interesting. Okay, attack you, keep this stuff back. So say the opponent chumps, they take 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so if I had played the Gravecrawler, the opponent would have to trade Vendilion Click too. But now they don't. So I wouldn't call them mistakes, but I made 2 plays that definitely did not work out optimally. What's going on, people? Whether we played the Gravecrawler last turn or didn't take 2 damage. I hope that doesn't cost us. Maybe we're gonna get lightning bolted. Yeah, yeah. Maybe that's gonna cost us the game. I hope not. Either of those plays, both of those plays did not work. So the opponent can, yeah, maybe play 2 burn spells and we're just dead. Burn us to 5. Another lightning bolt and we're dead. Unfortunate. Okay. Well, I wouldn't say unfortunate, because if I could have played things different. I would really like to win. I love winning, by the way. Sometimes I don't mind. I like to tell myself, ooh, okay, we won. Didn't end up mattering. I like it when we recognize misplays and we still win. I'm a big fan of that. So here, definitely want Lightning Axe, and I'm concerned about potential artifact hate. So I'm thinking about bringing in Abrupt Decay as well to deal with potential Scavenging Ooze. I'm going to bring in a couple, and I'm going to do the usual thing of cutting some Lotleth Trolls because we're bringing in Lightning Axe, and we already have bonus enablers in the main deck. I would be tempted to play one Gnaw to the Bone based on that if the opponent's kind of doing a burn thing. Could be tempting to have one Gnaw and maybe an Ancient Grudge. I'm going to kind of do a mix of things here. Well, the problem with the Ancient Grudge is if the opponent just doesn't have a target, then it's like, why are you in the deck? I'm going to cut the Rotting Rats, and I'm going to cut a Crab, and I like to play 61. Is it the winning strategy? I don't know. Do I do it? Yes. Why 61? You know, the thing is, right now our record is like 16-3 now, which is insane, and some of the videos might have appeared out of order, by the way. But that record is with me playing with 61 cards for the majority of sideboarding. I don't know if you guys have realized that. So do I really think that it's the most competitive option? Got I've got an hour before boarding starts, so we can maybe even do 2 matches. That'd be pretty cool. So 61, it just doesn't matter so much. The individual cards in Dredge really don't matter that much. There's so much redundancy. There's 8 dredgers, which do almost the same thing. There's 12 to 15, 16 enablers, depending on how you count, which all do essentially the same thing. And then the creatures do, like, it's nice to have a balance. This is an interesting hand. I think I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to do something that I've never done before, which is discard Grave Troll on turn 1. I'm doing it just to try out a new line, basically. I've never gone turn 1, draw Grave Troll, discard, so why not try something? Like, it's bad, it's bad. It might be bad. There's a good chance it's bad, but I've never done it, so I just want to see what happens. Maybe it sucks. Maybe it sucks and we lose. I don't really care too much. Did we hit anything cool? Not really, but we do get to play a land, which is a big deal. Go ahead and play the... What lands do we want? I guess I'll get the Watery Grave. We're going to dredge a Stinkweed Imp. I like that the opponent has no pressure so far, and we're not going to see a Vendilion. So it's been okay that we have a slow draw. Why am I getting this land? It seems like we should get it now so we don't mill it. Okay, looking for another Gravecrawler. No Gravecrawler, but that's okay. Question is what we want to play on the next turn. Are we going to dredge life from the loam? Probably. That way we can hit a Vengevine and do some cool stuff. Or we can hit a life from the loam. Unfortunately, or we could go for the top deck because we want to be able to cast these Vengevines, and the top of the deck gives us the most possibilities for bringing these Vengevines back. Opponent doing nothing. Crack this. Definitely want a black land. Get the Overgrown Tomb. So this is interesting. Basically, we could go to the draw step. The draw step seems better to me, because dredging 3, basically, I don't want to cast a loam that bad. It's fine. But if we whiff on a loam, we cast a loam, okay, we get to do something next turn. If we draw a black land, we get to play Bloodghast and Gravecrawler and get 3 Vengevines. If we draw a Gravecrawler, if we draw a Hedron Crab, it just seems better to draw. Kind of bricked, but not really. So what we're going to do here is probably play a Stinkweed Imp, and next turn we can play... Yeah, I think Stinkweed Imp is pretty fine here, actually, because it is a blocker, and I care about her life. And the opponent can't really counter it, or, I mean, they can remand it. They don't really want to bolt it. It seems good for us, if anything. And next turn, I mean, we drew our land, which is as good as the loam. Next turn, we can take 2, play Amalgam, Gravecrawler, get 3 Vengevines back. Very, very slow draws. Yeah, I mean, maybe the opponent has the answer on this turn to exile our graveyard. Okay, we're already down to 13, and we're gonna need to take two damage to do this thing. So we can dredge the loam, or we can keep. Yeah, I'll dredge the loam. Nice. So I like drawing Gravecrawler because it saves us from having to take damage. The opponent can counter this, and then we would have to take 2 damage. Okay, play this Gravecrawler. I'm gonna hold back the Stinkweed Imp as a blocker. Oh, we do need to be concerned about Anger of the Gods. If so, then there would be an argument to keep this Vengevine, but either way, next turn we'll be able to attack with the Bloodghast and do some other cool stuff. So I'm gonna just push damage. Yeah, it would have been arguably. Oh, well, the opponent doesn't even have double red, so probably we just want to close this game as fast as possible. We're at 10 life. Can the opponent burn us out from a single red? Maybe. If we're facing anything that can stop us, it is a cryptic command. So let's see. Do you have a cryptic command? You do. Cool. Okay. So what's the best play if we don't want to die? Get down a Stinkweed Imp to block, probably. Alternatively, we could play Faithless Looting and go looking for our Gnaw to the Bone, but it seems like just having a blocker is probably pretty good. We only have one Gnaw to the Bone anyways. I don't want to take any damage from that thing, so I'm choosing to make the quote-unquote safe play here. And then there's actually, I think that might have been wrong because Snapcaster Cryptic could get us killed. In which case we would want to have a blocker come down on the following turn, not on this turn. That wasn't the turn for it. And looting would also, oh, we won anyways. Okay, that was insane. That was cool. Shout out from the airport. Let me know what you think. I love you. And much love, Trav here. If you haven't yet, make sure to sign up for the free workshop, Deck Crafting Workshop. If you have not yet got the ebook, make sure to check that out. If you're not in the free group yet, check that out. And then there's other stuff I'll be emailing you about. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Good luck in Charlotte. Good luck in LA or wherever around the world, or just have fun viewing. So much love, and I will catch y'all later. Take care.